I've already done a video with a bit of pre-fight thought and analysis predicting Tyson Fury to win this fight. I wanted to do a bit of a refocus on 10 different reasons, 10 different reasons that I see Fury taking this. Firstly, size. Obviously Fury's a giant, I think he's about 6'10", but I don't just mean in terms of his height. What I mean is the fact that he is 6'10" allows him to carry 18, 19 stone without being massively overweight. We did see in his last fight against Joey Abel, when he weighed in at nearly, I think it was about 20 stone, he has got the propensity to get out of shape, but his frame allows him to be an 18.5 stone man and in shape. Dereck Chisora doesn't have that same potential. Being a smaller man, he's coming in, high 17 stones, low 18 stones, and he's still got a lot of blubber on him. Is that going to be a decisive factor over a 12-round fight? For that matter, you could also make the same comments about other heavyweight contenders such as Povetkin, Stavern. Tyson Fury has the height, which gives him a reach advantage, a jab advantage, and it allows him to carry more weight, more power, be harder to push around the ring, etc. Second reason, this ties in with the fact he's such a big man. Tyson Fury has got very underrated inside skills. He's an inside and outside fighter. He can work the body, he can throw combinations, and he can get inside into a decent fight even inside, as we've seen on several occasions, including in the first Chisora fight. It's not common to see a 6'10" guy, or a guy who would be classed as a massively tall heavyweight with such a strong inside game. I'd say Fury has a much better inside game than the likes of Deontay Wilder or Vladimir Klitschko from what we've seen. So I really like the fact that he's got both the inside and outside skill set. He'll destroy Chisora from outside, peppering him with jabs out of range, and I think he'll be more than able to hold his own when he gets inside. Number 3 is his durability. Fury is often criticised for his chin. I disagree. I don't think his chin should be criticised. Perhaps his ability to get hit with an overhand right. Perhaps his defence should be criticised, but not his chin. A bad chin is when you get knocked out, is when you get stopped in a fight. It's not when you get caught. And on both occasions where Fury's been down and been hurt, his resistance and his durability and fitness has come to the fore, and he's been able to get up and win the fights. So I think his durability should be viewed as an asset. The reason number 4 is his movement and boxing ability. The blueprint I'd give for Tyson Fury's movement is the Kevin Johnson fight. He wins the fight largely fighting outside. He shows that he's got good footwork, good jab, good outside game, especially for a very, very large heavyweight in terms of his height. Tyson Fury's got a much better, more dynamic movement than the likes of a Chisora, who seems to come forward, push the action, try and be Joe Frazier style. He's quite, Chisora's got his uses, but he's quite one-dimensional, whereas Fury has a lot more assets to his movement and can ask different questions depending on the situation. Number 5 is his power. Fury's never been viewed as a one-punch knockout specialist. He doesn't seem to carry the power of a Klitschko, a Hay, a Wilder, a Stavern. But that is not to say that we should underestimate his power. I'll give 2 examples. He stopped Steve Cunningham. Admittedly, Steve Cunningham is a smaller man than Fury. He's a natural cruiserweight. But Fury stopped him. Steve Cunningham went the distance against names like against Thomas Adamek, Juan Pablo Hernandez, Marco Hook, Guillermo Jones. Now I appreciate that these are cruiserweights and it's a different game up at heavyweight, But Cunningham also went the distance against Amir Mansour, an unbeaten heavyweight who Cunningham actually beat, who's known for being a power puncher. In short, what I'm saying is that Cunningham's a durable guy, and only Fury managed to knock him out by hook or by crook, and in this case more by crook. But Fury can get the job done. Another example is against Marcelo Nascimento, who's supposed to be fighting Eddie Chambers next time out. Tyson Fury KO'd the then unbeaten Nascimento in round 5, having put him down in the first round. Now interestingly, that was in 2011, when Fury was only in his very, very early 20s and still growing. In his last fight, Nascimento went 7 against Joseph Parker, who's viewed as a massive puncher. Fury got rid of him in 5, as I say. So I think there's examples where Fury has got decent power, and I think that often comes to the fore when he's in trouble in a fight. If we look at the times he's been down, let's say notably against Steve Cunningham, Nevin Pikett, he's finished the job quickly after being put down. And I think as a result, whilst I'm not saying he's the biggest puncher in the world, his power shouldn't be underrated. And he probably carries more than Dereck Chisora, who for me has never really looked to be a good heavyweight puncher in terms of power behind his shots. Number 6, and I think this is a massive factor, is Tyson Fury's age. Tyson Fury has just turned 26. Fights he's had previously against the likes of Dereck Chisora was when he was only a baby, aged 22. The improvement that we can expect to see from him as he goes from 22 to 26 to 28 is vast, and he's got so much potential, especially for a big man who's going to mature later. Number 7 is his experience of 12 rounders. At such a young age to have gone 12 already with Dereck Chisora back in 2011, and then Kevin Johnson in 2012. These are big names, and Fury got real valuable experience fighting 24 rounds with Chisora and Johnson. I think that experience is going to stand him in good stead on a world level. Number 8 is the sparring that he has available to him in his training camp. Heavyweights have to spend a lot of money on sparring, and it's a lot of effort to get good people in. I remember reading reports that David Haye had to drop 30 grand to get Tony Thompson in for his sparring. Now we look at Tyson Fury, and in his camp already he's got the likes of Hughie Fury, his brother Young Fury. Also he's brought in the likes of Steve Cunningham. He's also got the likes of Dave Allen, Eddie Chambers in his camp. What better foil for Dereck Chisora than Eddie Chambers? They're similar height. They, both have a sort of, I don't want to say they're similar styles, because I say Eddie's a much slicker boxer, but they're going to pose similar threats to Tyson Fury, and the fact he's got that readily available sparring, combined with his experience of 12 rounders, means that he's coming to the ring much more experienced than even his record suggests. Number 9 is the level of potential Fury has. I guess you have this with any unbeaten fighter, but I think with Tyson Fury and Chisora it's particularly relevant. Fury has scope to go on, be a world-class fighter and fight for world titles. Chisora has lost every time he stepped up, whether that's Klitschko, whether that's Tyson Fury in the first fight, whether that's David Haye. There's always going to be questions about Chisora on his ability to fight at a world level. It's unlikely, given the people he's lost to, he'll go on to be a great or a solid world champion. Whereas in my mind, Fury still has this potential right within him. And number 10, if you want the biggest reason why Tyson Fury is going to smash Dereck Chisora, is the first fight. A fight that took place, as I say, when Fury was a youngster, without the experience, without the top level sparring, and without his trainer, Peter Fury. Think how much he's going to come on. Think how much more experienced and ring savvy he's going to be. That wasn't a close fight. That wasn't a tight fight. Fury won a wide decision and gave a boxing lesson to Chisora in parts. In my book, think it's very unlikely Chisora wins this fight. Fury does have the ability to be hit. Chisora does throw looping overhands that have seemed to have caught Fury out in the past. So in heavyweight boxing, when you're dealing with big men, nothing's ever a certainty. But due to these 10 reasons, I'd be as confident as I would be going into any heavyweight fight that Fury's going to win this one and take home the prize.